Okay. They,
Sometimes they get, so when they're new to it, hey, Savage, sometimes they are nervous about something in the team. So in this case, it could be the girl next to him. Laura, G. Good boys, G. Hey, Laura. G. Marshall, G. Let's go. Good, it could just be like, hop. Good boys. I think that girl's a bit too much for him. Whoa! I'm gonna fix him.
okay.
Laura, be nice to Savage. Be nice to Savage. Good boy, Savage. Good boy. Laura. Quiet. Good girl.
So,
Ready? Hop. Good boys. So I've got my 4 kind of veteran dogs up in the front. So my leaders are 6 years old.
okay.
And they've been running for a while. They've done Iditarods and stuff. And so I trust them to kind of hold this thing together. And then behind them I have 2 2-year-olds. Hey guys, come on. And the 2-year-olds have like been doing this for 2 years, and they're doing pretty good. Actually, those 2, they're brothers. Their names are Cello and Fiddle, and they're learning to become leaders.
All right.
So that's why I put them behind the leaders. So they both kind of show promise as leaders, but they each have their own thing they're kind of working on. So for Cello, his thing is that, hey Laura. For Cello, his thing is that he's terrified of head-on passes. So if we're going and there's another team coming and we have to pass them, he's very intimidated by this other team, and what he'll do is he'll take us into the push.
All right.
So that's not great, so that's why I keep him in swing for now. He's going to build up his confidence, and eventually I'll try him again. And then Fiddle, his thing is whenever we stop, because we do a lot of stops on this trip just because it is summer, so we don't want our dogs to overheat, so we stop at these pools, for example. Easy. So Fiddle, whenever we stop, he tries to turn the team around. All right. Hey, come on. So if Fiddle is in lead and he turns the team around, we can get like a bit of a pretzel situation.
Oh, I gotcha.
And the more dogs there are, the more ropes they are, and the tighter your pretzel becomes. So that's kind of what Fiddle's working on. So he's got to learn that when we're stopped, his job is to hold out that line. Good dogs. And then for our puppies, we just want them to learn that running is fun. That's the biggest concern. We want things to be easy. We want it to be chill. We want them to think it's a blast, and just never push them beyond their limits. Because if they kind of figure that, this is tough, then they might not like it. We want them to like it, and that's when they do their best. Good dogs. So I think actually with those 2, Laura and Savage, who are not doing so great not doing so hot at the start, I think Laura just likes to be on the left side. Because earlier Savage was on the left side and she was really like pushing at him. But now that they've switched, it seems like she doesn't seem to care about him anymore. So sometimes that happens too. That could be it. It's weird, but that could be it. Normally males, so they're a male and a female pair. Normally males and females aren't going to get into serious fights. So if I'm not too sure if they're going to be compatible, to be safe, just put a male and a female.
Okay.
Because those youngsters, like, we're still learning, right? They're still developing their personalities, and they're still developing their relationships with the other dogs. At some point, we get really good at knowing, like for the older dogs, I know exactly who gets along and who doesn't. Some of them have existing grudges, some of them are flirting with certain dogs, etc. But for the young ones, they're still learning their way through the pack.
Yeah, they seem to be getting the hang of it now. Like they're not that they didn't before, but
no, they're
calming down.
Yeah, and also a lot of it is easy. Ooh. At the beginning of a run, they're really excited, and so they have a lot of excess energy. So I mean, children can be like that too. If they have too much energy, they'll bite you, they'll pull your hair. Ready? All right. And dogs are the same, except they have sharper teeth.
So when you were loading up the sled or the line, were those dogs were they hoping to get on this?
Yes. Yeah. All the dogs are barking because they want to be. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a very infectious contagion. actually possible to run without pulling. Like you could run at a certain speed where you're just catching up, like keeping up with the team, but you're not actually putting any tension into your tug line. But as you can see, each of them are eagerly, pushing into the harnesses. Deep. And it's funny because I've actually got a pet dog. She's a German Shepherd. And obviously, when you're a dog musher, you want to test your pet dogs for fun. So I've tried her in the sled team before. And what happens is exactly what I described. She runs, but she won't pull.
Okay.
So she's fit, right? So it's not like she can't keep up. It's just that she knows that she doesn't have to pull. She knows that all you really have to do is run. Yeah, if you watch her line is just doing this. And so with our sled dogs, the ones that love pulling, we're always going to be watching for changes in their tug line. So if you do see a floppy tug line on somebody, it's almost never the case that they're being lazy. It's almost always the case that something was wrong.
Okay.
Like, for example, they could be hurt. They could be sick. Sometimes it could be mental. They could be bored. They could be unhappy. They don't like their partner. Anything like that. Something that's making them not at their peak performance. And so we're constantly watching for that kind of thing. Yeah. Good dogs. Good dogs.
My eyes are so bad right now.
Oh, because of the dust?
Dust.
Yeah. That's why I wear the... Ready? Ready? All right. Good dogs. All right. Good dogs. Huh. And so the job of my leaders is to take those voice commands, right? So as you can see, Chase and Mark look pretty good at that. Good dogs. Good dogs. These guys come from a kennel in Alberta. I don't know if you know Alberta, where that might be?
Yeah.
Yeah? Jeep! Hey, Jeep! Jeep! Good. Jeep! Good boy, Marshall. Good boy. Good boy, Marshall. And so normally they live and train in Alberta. So that's kind of their main gig, right? In the winter they live and train in Alberta and then they race the Iditarod. So this is kind of like, it's just summer camp. It's chill. It's easy. Jeep! Good dogs. It gives us something to do over the summer. Good dogs. Ha! Good dogs. Come on. Good dogs. My leaders just got a little excited because I rarely take that little loop. And so they're like, ooh, this is new. Good dogs. Jeep. Jeep. Good dogs. Good dogs. Yeah, it's a bit of a hot day today for them. They are sled dogs after all, so 0 degrees is kind of their optimum temperature. I didn't check the temperature today, but I'm pretty sure we're higher than 0 degrees. So that's why we're doing such short runs. I mean, you think about what they normally do, 50 to 80 miles,
Yeah.
and today's 1.5, so we're really cutting it as minimal as possible so there's no chance they overheat. Good dogs. Oh, the puppies are doing great. That's a key feature of this breed, right? They're really, it's so instinctual for them to run people, even a pup like this. Like for Savage here on the back, right? This is one of his first 10 runs in his life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's super fresh, yeah. Good boy! One way you can tell is he's loping. His legs are together. Do you see how he does like a horse gallop?
Mm-hmm.
Once the dogs are older and they learn, they do a trot. Everyone else is trotting. Do you see that?
Yep.
That's because trotting's more efficient. But the youngsters, they don't know that, and they just want to give her. And so that's a key, that's like a little subtle sign. Easy.
this is a little closer.